I'm making Italian baked Alaska bombe, a rich and indulgent dessert which is absolutely delicious. Starting off with a layer of triple chocolate muffins and then 2 Italian gelatos, 1 espresso and 1 zabaione. And then that's all encased in a lovely meringue which is baked in the oven for a crisp finish. So to start off with, I need to get the gelato layers ready because these need to be done in advance. So I'm just using a small glass bowl, but you could use a pudding basin, and I'm going to line it with cling film and I'm going to give it a double layer. It's really important that you do line the bowl first because otherwise you're not going to be able to turn it out later. And then make sure you leave some hanging over the edge as well because that's going to make it easy to remove later on. So first off, an intense espresso gelato. And I've taken these out of the freezer about half an hour ago just so they're really soft. That just makes them much easier to spoon in. And then using the back of the spoon, just push it into the bottom of the bowl and just smooth top of the gelato. And then there's a zabaione, and this has got a lovely flavour from masala wine. So combined with the espresso, it's going to give you the flavour of a tiramisu. So again, just spoon it on top. Work quite quickly because you don't want them to melt together. Once you smooth the top layer, just bring the cling film up over the top and give it a press down. And then that goes straight into the freezer for a good 2 hours or until it's completely firm. Right, when you're ready to assemble, make sure you've got your oven preheated to 200 degrees because this next bit has to happen quite quickly. For the base of the baked Alaska, I'm using triple chocolate muffins. And then with a bread knife, just cut each one into 3 rounds. And take the muffins and arrange them in a circle. Keep them quite tight because this is going to be your base. And you want your circle to be roughly the same size as the bowl that you put the gelato into. Now time for the meringue. I've got 4 egg whites straight into a mixer and then set the motor going. When the egg whites start to reach soft peaks, gradually add the sugar. And it's really important to add the sugar gradually because if you add it all in one go, it's going to knock the air out of the meringue and it's going to look really limp, loose and runny and it won't stick to the side of the gelato. And then just keep beating until it's stiff and glossy. And that's what you're looking for. Stiff peaks that hold together really nicely and have got a great shine to them. Once the meringue's ready and you've got your muffin base, then get the gelato out the freezer. So just give it a bit of a tug to release and just tip it on top. And with the cling film still in place, just tuck in any bits of rogue muffin and then you can lift the bowl away. Carefully peel away the cling film and then to add the meringue. I find the best way with the baked Alaska is to start off with a small amount of meringue and just kind of work it round and then you can build up from that. Make sure it's completely sealed all the way around. Because the meringue actually acts as an insulator for the gelato, if there are any holes, the heat's going to penetrate and it's going to melt the ice cream. Just before it goes in the oven, use the end of the palette knife and just give a couple of flicks, and that's going to add a bit of texture, and all these peaks are going to catch slightly in the oven and go a kind of darker caramel colour. That needs to go into a hot oven and keep an eye on it. It can turn quite quickly. After about 4 or 5 minutes, it should be golden brown and crisp. So take it out of the oven and transfer to a wire cooling rack. Pop it onto a cake stand or a serving board, and then using a palette knife, ease the baked Alaska off the paper. And there you have it, a beautiful dessert of layered muffin, Italian gelato and crisp meringue. It's my Italian baked Alaska bombe.